We're live. I always wonder because it says going live, going live, going live, and it spins in a circle. And then it just says you're live. And I'm like, okay, cool. Guess we're doing it. So I always ask the question beforehand. But how's it going, everybody? Make Brewski back here today. Day 8, December 8th. Beer Advent Calendar, number 8. All goes in a really simple row. And today, it's not a beer from the States, which is kind of cool. We have from Kelburn Brewing Co. We have their Dark Moor. It's weird writing and it kind of blocks itself a little bit, and the Dark Moor is really dark compared to the rest of the can. It shows up a lot better on camera, but in reality, it's a little hard to read if you're in a dark light. This is an old ale, apparently. What do we have here? Where's it from? Let's go to there. This is being brewed in Scotland. I'm pretty sure it's Glasgow, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Is that it? I think that's right. That's where Untapped's telling me it's from. It's from Barhead, East Renfrewshire, Scotland. Okay, not Glasgow. My apologies. Okay, interesting stuff. So yeah, we have an old ale. Never done an old ale before. That's all it says. It doesn't say anything about it on the website, on the can. All it says is dark, smooth, and fruity. 4.5% alcohols by volume, if I'm not mistaken. No listed IBUs on here. Again, very dark can. Some information there, some other stuff there, and that's pretty much it. IBUs on here, nothing on the... Oh, maybe. Let's go to the beer details. No IBUs on the website. IBUs on Untapped, though, we're looking at 55. That's fairly high. Without further ado, top of the can's pretty clean. Let's crack this bad boy open. Please don't explode, and I think we're good. Beer 101 glass, as per usual. Pretty excited. Never had a beer just called a dark ale for the style. Again, that style is coming from Untapped. The website does not give a style. Oh, no, it is, yeah. Champion of Old Ale Strong Mild of Scotland. Okay. So that's how they're classifying it as. Old Ale Strong Mild. And looking at the beer itself, looks like between a good mixture of like light to moderate brown or dark amber. Looks more brown on camera, but in reality, when you put it to the light, it's a really dark amber or a fair or lighter to medium brown with a very light brown head on top. Looking pretty good. It is clear, right? I can see my hand through it. It's dark though. That's the only thing. On the nose. Ooh, okay. Toffee, earthy, biscuity. Little like fruity, like dark fruits. Like maybe between grapes, raisins, dates, per se. Yeah, so what do we have there? We have toffee, biscuity, earthy, slightly nutty, grapes, raisins, dates. That is an interesting aroma on here. Pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Let's give it a little bit of a swirl and see what's going on. Let's not throw it out of the glass. More of that earthy, grape, fruity character. Everything just seems to be lifted a little bit. Biscuit. It's going to be coming up quite nicely. Let's dive in. Okay. Fairly low carbonation. Quite low carbonation. I don't know if it lost any carbonation. When was this packaged on? It was packaged on... Doesn't have a package date, but best before July 23rd, 2021. So it is fairly fresh. But, oh, shit. Cheers, everybody. Let's keep on drinking. Got to do that. Really low carb. Beer for breakfast, facts for snacks. How's it going, man? Hope your day's going well and your evening's going well. Glad, happy to have you here. Looking at Dark Moor from Kelburn Brewing Co. out from Scotland. So switching it up, but not from the U.S. right now, or at least this one isn't. It's interesting. Really low carbonation, almost flat. Moving into, yeah, like no grapes, but dates, raisins, mild toffee, earthy, a little irony as well of a beer, but it is definitely more malt forward. The hops in here, there's not a very strong hop presence to this particular beer. Biscuity, toffees, little raisin, little date. Pretty interesting stuff. The carbonation, I think, even though it's really, really low and almost on the verge of being flat, it is. I really like how low it is. It matches with the flavors of the beer, and the body itself is not. It's more like light to moderate body, but it's smooth, and it's damn good. I like this. Dr. Mango, living vicariously through me. Appreciate that. Hopefully, I can do my best to make it feel enjoyable. This is a beer we're drinking. Dark Moor, Kelburn Brewing Co. Old ale. Never had an old ale before. 4.5%. So lower on the ABV, so you can definitely crush a few of these. Which isn't a bad thing at all. You put a bit of salt in it to wake it up. No, you know what? I kind of like it. It's smooth. The flavors aren't overpowering or cloyingly sweet kind of thing. They're at the right right range. I know it's Dr. Mango. It's not a porter. They're classifying it as an old ale. I'm gonna see. I have a book here somewhere. Let's see. I have an old, or I guess the most recent BJCP style guidelines for like home brewing and whatnot. I want to see if they have a page on old ales. I think the other way they described this beer, excuse me, or one of the categories that won in was, oh, where is it here? It was here a second ago. Old ale or strong mild. Does it taste like Rasputin? I don't think I've had Rasputin. No, I would say no. It's definitely not a porter or a sour. I would say it's closer to a brown ale in a sense. That's the closest that I can really think. It's got more qualities of a brown ale, but not as nutty and not as almost like roasty or chocolatey. Where the hell is it here? Do we have an old ale in this book? Yes, we do. Page 30. What do they say about an old ale? Because I want to find out, and I think you would too. Here it is. Old ale. I need to do a live video once a week. Dude, I really should be doing a live once a week. I'm having a great time with them. They're fun. Just pop on here for maybe half hour to an hour. When I get more time after this semester, 100% going to do it. A lot of fun. Okay, so old ale we have, for overall impression, an ale of moderate to fairly significant alcoholic strength. Bigger than standard beers, though usually not as strong or rich as barley wine. So this is totally the opposite of what so far the description is reading. This is very low alcohol and definitely not barley wine. Often tilted towards a maltier balance, it should be a warming beer of the type that is best drunk in half pints. Yeah, this is definitely not that. They're talking about 5.5 to 9 ABV for this bad boy. Nope. Okay, maybe this doesn't match up. That's fine. What do they call alcohol, spirits, and booze? So spirits are what's classified as spirits, at least here in Canada, are stuff like your vodkas, your whiskeys, your rums, your scotches, gins, stuff like that, where it's it's higher in alcohol, but it's not made. It doesn't have added sugars into it. When you get added sugars, those are called liqueurs. Those would be your Grand Marniers, your Drambuis, um, your sourpusses of the world. Um, oh, you're making a joke. I thought it was a real question. God damn it. Man, I'm trying to put out information. You're cracking jokes, Dr. Mango. Good one. That's a good one. That's clever. That's clever indeed. Hold on. Let me finish talking about this beer real quick. So, description. Kelburn Brewing Company is an independent family business located in the west of Scotland, dedicated to the production of quality ales using traditional brewing skills. Dark Moor is smooth, dark, and dangerous, designed to warm the cockles of your heart, sitting around the ingle after a long winter's day. Winner of over 10 awards, including Champion Beer of Scotland. No preservative, no preservatives added. Contains barley, oats, and rye. Pretty interesting. 4.5% though. It seems very low. I guess it does warm your heart, but it would warm me up a lot better if it was maybe like 8.5%. Just saying. 4.5 doesn't really warm you up too much. Alcohol comes from the Arabic word body leech. I had no idea alcohol came from the Arabic word of body leech. Is it because like people would become like old alcoholics and they would just waste their life away? Because I can see that. I can see that sort of connection. Like I said, has a best before date of July 23rd, 2021. Pretty good stuff. Over on the website, kelburnbrewery.com, you go to the beer section and you have a slightly different description, and it reads, smooth, dark, and dangerous. This ale was designed to warm the cockles of your heart while sitting around the ingle after a long, cold winter's day outdoors. So, very similar. Although dark and robust, the aftertones of licorice and black currant make this an ale of complex character not to be missed. Licorice and blackcurrant. Blackcurrant, I have a hard time picking that up for my palate. Licorice, I do not see licorice. I see more like raisins or dates or something like that, and a little ironiness. And toffee, slight nuttiness. And what was the other thing? Biscuitiness out of it. Yeah. Dr. Mango, I remember my dad getting drunk and he got real mad every time. Well, Dr. Mango, I'm really sorry to hear that. Some people do get really mad when they get drunk. That's not a good thing for sure. Damn. Damn, I don't know what to say, man. I'm sorry. Hope everything's all right. But that's not the case for everybody. Some people get, just more excited or happy or whatever. Some people just get really sad and cry. I know like a bunch of people, well, more girls that I've known in the past that when they get drunk, they just cry all the time. He got possessed. Are you making more jokes, man? I don't know if you're making more jokes or you're being serious sometimes. I'm so confused. I can't read tone. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Woo! As for the website, though, it looks kind of boring, not gonna lie. It's like a two-tone color. They have a picture of this logo here on the website, which looks a hell of a lot better than this. This looks like it was slapped together by an elementary school student. I really prefer the logo on the website, which will be down in the description box after this is live. We need to get together at Collective Arts after this stupid COVID crap. Dude, that's what I'm saying. This needs to wrap up real quick. At least we're getting some vaccines. That's good. A little earlier than expected. Hopefully move the process along quicker. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Dr. Mango, for commenting about the beer. I haven't done anything with the beer today. I didn't comment or anything. just busy working, so I'm not gonna go out unless I need to. So I'm not gonna come to beer. But thank you. Over on Untapped, Dark Moor has been given a 3.48 bottle caps out of 5, and that's out of 1,200 ratings, or just over. Interesting stuff. It's an interesting beer. I like how smooth and malt forward this beer is. Malt forward is a very vague description, but like caramels, toffees, biscuitiness, a little bit of like darker fruit notes to me. Kind of reminds me a little bit with those dark fruit notes of almost like a Belgian beer. I always forget what one. Probably a Belgian quad, but like a lot less booziness, more toffees and biscuitiness. That's kind of how it is, and a lot less carbonation. There's a tiny bit of lacing, not much. It looks a lot more heady than it actually feels when you drink it. When you drink it, it feels like a say you cracked open a Coke, and then you came back to it maybe. Like, say you cracked it open at the beginning of the day and then you came back to it at the end of the day. There's a wee little bit of carbonation, but not much. Excuse me, but it works for this quite well. This is a much-needed beer. When my neighbor gets drunk, he dresses up in his wife's clothes.